Eyes out when I'm in the clouds. That's that space shit. Elevated, I'm elevated.
Hey guys! Alright, so I have a elemental pick a card today. It's for all earth signs. I'm not going to spend too much time talking. I can't even talk today. God. Ugh, pile 3 is like that too, so if you pick pile 3, you're in for it. Really just all over the place. Anyway, not going to spend a lot of time talking today. This is the order. Pile 1 is the little rose. Pile 2 is the little turtle. And pile 3 is the tiny shell. Okay? So just clear your mind. Take a deep breath. Take a couple if you need to. Whatever pile you're most drawn to is going to be the pile that you're going to want to pick. If you're drawn to more than one pile, or if you just can't decide, go ahead and watch all of them. Sometimes the messages are really sprinkled in and out, and you kind of have to really listen throughout. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. If you hear something and you kind of feel like off about it, don't worry about it. Only take things that really strike you as the truth, okay? All right. I want to thank everyone so much for liking and describing what's going on in your life, and I really like hearing your journey. So thank you for those who are sharing your journeys with me. It's really wonderful to get to know you. I'm going to get back to responding, I promise. That's it. I think so. So, all right, clear your minds, and good luck. Bye. Pile number 1. So, you guys got an extra card, came out when I was doing the cards, so you're going to have 4 cards today instead of 3. So congratulations. I'm trying to feel if I need to read them together, if I need to read them separately. I feel like there might be messages for both ways. So I'm gonna read it together with the message that came up pretty quickly first. Some of you have been watching something, or something's been watching you, and something's going to create a lot of movement with that. I'm not sure. Maybe this is something, I don't know, I feel like this is something you've been working on. You've put time into it, you've put effort into it, you've put a lot of thought into it. Whether this is you or someone else, but whoever this is, it's like something, this causes a lot of movement. This is movement, okay? 8 of Wands is a lot of movement, a lot of stuff. See all the wands, movement, movement, movement. Every wand think of as movement. So if you have 8 of them flying through the air, that's a lot of really quick, fast movement. It's stuff going on like, holy shit, like stuff out of nowhere, okay? This would be like if you know, one of those days where when it rains, it pours. One of those days, but it doesn't have to be bad. It could just be a lot of stuff. It could be a lot of great stuff. From the looks of it, I consider this a very positive card. It can be considered sometimes a card of stalking. It can be considered somebody who might be watching over you. Maybe they're just keeping tabs on you. Or maybe you're doing this to somebody. Either way, there's a lot of movement coming either from this person or to this person. A lot of movement. And seeing as how there's so many clouds and things, is this person has been almost forced into this role, okay? They've almost been forced into a situation where they have to They have to be very honest with themselves. They have to be very honest with everyone around them. They have to really put to good use all the lessons and the wisdoms and everything they've kind of learned over the years. And they're being almost thrust, I feel, into this arena, you know. And this could be something that they've always wanted. It could be something that they've never thought about, you know. All right, they said count the birds. So I counted the birds. There's 10 birds. 10s are endings. So maybe that's what the catalyst is. Maybe something has ended or something is ending, or when something does end, that's when this movement comes in. Like, if you could see, like, I don't know if you can see that, if you see his foot's up, he's kind of like, you know, like he doesn't want to, like, fully hold on to the sword, fully put everything into it, you know, but he's still having to wield it. You know, I think this is really, it shows the growth, especially in this suit of swords, is to get to the king of swords, who's somebody that's very confident, very stoic, very honest. You know, you start out in a position like this, you know, where you're a little bit nervous, you're kind of intimidated, you don't really know how to wield your power yet, but you're having to. You know, this is like the universe saying, here's your big sword, go ahead. That's what I feel like. I feel like this is like the universe kind of like patting you on the butt a little bit, going, all right, remember all that stuff you learned? Were you going to use it now? You know? And I feel apprehension. I feel like you've wanted it, and you've wondered when it's going to get here, but now that it's here, you're kind of like, what do I do with it? You know, it's kind of, you want to hold that sword. This isn't like oh, I don't want this sword, I really wish they hadn't given it to me. No, you want it. You just aren't, it's uncomfortable. You aren't used to it. It's out of your element. You know, this is something that you're really having to push past the fear to do. You know, and everything you love is always on the other side of fear. You know, so this is really something that's going to be great for your evolution, you know, as a spiritual being. Determined, though. Very determined. No matter how much of this comes along, you'll be fine. Okay? Some of you, I feel, are having a hard time speaking your truth, making decisions. And I feel it's still from a point of maybe you're afraid how others will perceive you. You know, if you want to do something and you don't know if everyone will be okay with you doing that, so you don't do it. You know, that would be a choice that before this you would have made. But now you're really having, because you know about these things, you know these lessons and things you should have been working through because you know about them, now it's really time to step up and use them. You know, you knew that was coming, obviously. I'm sure everyone has felt it. You know, my sister's a Virgo, and she's felt it too. We've talked a long time about we feel something coming. Something's going to change. And I don't know if it's just for us, like a certain group or collective, or if it's, you know, just planetary things. I don't know what it is, but I know I feel it as well. My sister, who's an earth sign, she's felt it. Something is coming. Change is coming. And it's big, and it's going to be quick. Okay? For some of you, you're pregnant or getting pregnant. Congratulations. You're going to find out somebody is pregnant. Congratulations. If it's you, let me know. That's really cool. The the Empress. You know, I get the Empress constantly. All the time I get the Empress. But I am the Empress. You know, and every person should view that. If you're a woman, if you're a man, you can be the Emperor, you know. You don't have to be the Empress. You should have part of you that's an Empress, you know. But it's really good to kind of embrace whatever divinity in you that you really can recognize. You know, it's not easy all the time, you know, especially when you're just becoming this and you're just really learning to, like, you know, when little horses first stand up when they're born, like, I don't know if you ever seen it, but they're like real wobbly and they, you know, they can't like move real good, or like even in Bambi, you know, he's like standing up, he's having a hard time. That's how it feels. It feels like this is somebody who's ready to go. They're ready to run, but they just have to figure out how to really move their feet in a way that's not dangerous to them. That's what it feels like to me, you know, like, and they're going to be nervous as hell while they're doing it. But they want to do it, you know, it's uncomfortable. That's really all it is. It's because it's different. It's new. What's coming, though, for some of you? What's coming with this? Abundance. The Empress is abundance. Just everything is just beautiful and sacred, and just everything is just in harmony. You know, the Empress really, she's number 3. She embodies everything just complete. Just very stable, very loving, very kind, nurturing. There's life. She gives life. You know, this could be a sign for some of you, you know, especially the more apprehensive of some of you, to take time to really nurture yourself. You know, you do need to take time. If you feel like it's too much, you're allowed to take a break. You know, you can take a break. Just don't give up. You know, that's fine. It's fine to take a break. If you feel you need one, take one. You know, if people don't understand, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their life. It's not up to them. It's not. You know, and the more you do that, the more you say, you think I should do this, but I want to do this, so this is what I'm going to do. The more you agree with yourself than other people, the stronger it's going to be and the easier it's going to be to hold that sword up. Okay, you're going to be able to hold that sword with confidence, and you're not going to be worried about anything. Because you're going to know if you ever need to use a sword, you'll know how. You know, right now it's just that awkward, you know, you're finding your footing, you're trying to find where you fit in, you're trying to find where to go. You know, the honesty, the truth of the situation. These are all things you're trying to figure out, and you're learning as you go. Which is why it's important to take time for yourself. You really have to remember that. You know, I know what it's like, you know, you want to go, and because you think you're going to get a lot more done, right? At least that's how I was. You know, I was like, the more I do, the more I'll get done, and, you know, just keep going and going and going. It doesn't work like that, you know, because eventually you're going to get burned out. And then you have to take such amount of time off that you just ruined all the work that you did. And half that work wasn't even that good because you were just trying to get it done. It was getting done so fast. You know, take your time, enjoy what you're doing, take a break if you want to. People don't understand, doesn't matter, right? Just doesn't matter. I love when I get the Empress in readings because she's just very, very much an energy that I like to be in. I had brought this up. It was, I think in the Twin Flame reading I just did, it was, you know, imagining there's a crown on. Imagine you're wearing a crown. Okay, every time, I want you guys, for ladies to do it, you guys can do it too. Just make it like a boy crown or whatever. Pretend, like as you're getting ready and you put everything on, with your jewelry, with whatever you're doing, pretend to put that crown on and wear it. You know, act like you have to hold your head up. You know, shit'll fall off if you don't. Act like it. Pretend it's really there. Okay, I'm going to tell you, you're going to notice a difference. You're going to notice a difference in how people treat you. You're going to notice a difference in how people talk to you, how they approach you. Okay? Some people won't even dare to approach you at all because they'll know better. Okay? So I want you to try that. I want you really to try wearing that crown and really being divine, because you are. And this is reminding you of that. You know, it's everybody starts somewhere. You know, anybody who's great at something came from this. Came from they had no idea what they were doing. And they just had to go as they could. They had no idea what's going on. But they somehow learned it. You know, it's because they stuck with it. Through the uncomfortable things, through the hard times, through, you know, everything that made them want to give up. They kept going. Some of you, I don't know if anyone has like an animal that's not feeling very well. It's an ill animal. They'll be fine. They'll be okay. I don't know. You are a lot more plugged in than you know. A lot more. Okay? And you're a lot more powerful than you know too. Okay. Think of like a waterfall. I'm gonna take you in my brain for a minute on sometimes what they do here. They put a picture of a waterfall in my head, okay? And then they went up, and it, you know, the river that connected to the waterfall, right? So you go up, pan up, waterfall, and then it's sometimes these are like little movies that they show me. And then, you know, you go and there's a stream. It's beautiful. It's raging. It's wonderful. And so this would represent times when you're really in your power, your element. You're on fire. You're really embracing that. And then they took me upstream a little bit, and I could see, and this was over time. They showed me that this was over time. Sticks would get stuck, you know, and at first it wasn't like a big deal, you know, but then they kept coming, and then like finally it was like there was no waterfall. It was just like this trickle, you know. To me, that kind of shows me that maybe there's some sort of a blockage. Okay, it's up here. It's on your crown chakra. So, because that just lit up for me. So if someone has a blockage in that, so look that up. If you have some of the symptoms, there you go. Do what you can to resolve it. And sacral too. Someone's dealing with sacral. But it's important that you get all that gunk out of there, because then the water can flow easily. Okay, you get all this gunk and stuff builds up, and from all sorts of things. You know, saying you will do something when you don't want to, lying about blah blah blah. Like things happen, and you know what I mean. They get gunked up, so you got to do these things and fix them. Retreat. I think this is perfect. The healing card that actually came out for you, perfect, because that's what you need. You need to take some time. You have become something new in a way to yourself. So, and that's because you're stepping out of a comfort zone. Anytime you do that, you're becoming something new, something better, honestly. So it's important as you do that to keep yourself very, very calm, very peaceful. Go somewhere that's peaceful for you. Doesn't mean you gotta book an expensive flight and go somewhere. Just go out. You like to go outside and swing. If you like to lay on the ground and look at the stars, you know, whatever it is, you need to find some time. Go to the bath. Take a bath. Next time you go to the grocery store, you know how they have like those little things, a bouquet of flowers and stuff? Sometimes they got like flowers that are old or whatever. They look kind of old. They're cheap. You just pick them and you rip them all apart and you put them in a tub. Beautiful. Okay? Therapeutic as hell. Just throw them all in there. Light some candles. And you'll have a beautiful, Empress-worthy bath to enjoy yourself in. You need to do these things. Okay? No more, no excuse, don't have time. That's crap. It's crap. Not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it because somebody, ooh, I must have offended someone. Ha! Not saying it, or something else. Cut it out. I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Anyway, you guys need to retreat. You need to remember that you guys really are very special, and you're beautiful. You're amazing. And you really can't learn that. That's where I was going. You can't learn that if you're always trying to do things for other people. You know, I hear constantly from people, oh, I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the energy. I don't have, well, then you're not going to have a change. You're not going to have anything different. You're going to keep getting what you have already. I mean, if you're fine with what you have, then, you know, that's fine. But, you know, you can't do excuses anymore. This right here, this means there's no excuses anymore. You don't have time during the day? Wake up earlier. Stay up later. You know, you can't do this anymore. You can't say there's an excuse anymore because there's not. All right. Went a little over. Not too bad. Thank you guys so much. I hope this was able to help somebody, and I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Try the next one, and the one after that, maybe you'll luck out. I'm not sure. Divine Destiny 1111. Follow me on Instagram if you need a reading. I also have spell bottles and some mojo bags up on my website, divinedestinytarot.com. Check them out. Thank you so much to everyone who's liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'm a little behind on my comments. I need to get to them, but I will, and I am so appreciative of all of them. I love you guys so much. That's it. I'm going to go on to pile number 2, and I hope everyone has a really good day. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. All right. Well, it's my bag. All right. Page of Wands. Okay, sometimes I'll get things and I'm like, I don't want to see that. You know? Somebody's got like the hots for you, I guess. It's a very passion, and do you see how he's looking? It's just kind of admiring it. And it's very passionate. So maybe this is you. Maybe you're admiring someone, maybe from afar, maybe at a distance. Huh. Let's see. Maybe someone is doing this to you. Fire signs. I heard fire sign. Like, you know those traveling, musicians, like old time, like way back when. I mean, like Robin Hood days, like, you know what I mean? Like they go around reciting the love songs and stuff, and that's what I get. That kind of a, it's not like a, I want to bang the shit out of you. I mean, it could be sometimes, you know, but like this seems much more like they're just very romantic, very, they like seriously, I've never looked at this guy. Like, if you would have asked me if I would have pulled this on any, if a girl came to me and was like, what kind of a guy is he? And I pulled this, I'd be like, you need to run. Because he's a fuckboy, usually. You know, usually it's some kind of, he's going to come in there and he's going to sex you up and you're never going to hear from him again. Okay? Especially if it was like Knight of Wands, then he's going to leave even quicker than you thought he would. Like, this guy might actually stay the next day, but that's not the feeling I'm getting here. This is, there might be passion like that, but there's not, love him and leave him kind of an energy. This is somebody who is just very passionate, and I think they're just very romantic. And it's almost like they don't know how to express it, which then also seems odd, because it seems like that might be something that they do a lot. So it's odd that they're it's odd that they can't express themselves, because expressing themselves is something that they're actually very good at. But it's like when they think about you, it like messes with their head, you know, and they just can't. They just can't. Sorry, hair issue here. I heard unrequited. I don't even know. I mean, maybe for one or two it could be unrequited love. I feel like even if they've not met, like they know each other somehow. But it's like always at arm's length or something. There's 3 pyramids. 3 is important. Maybe it's somebody's number, maybe some sort of significance for someone for 3. That's a confirmation, I guess, for somebody. See, sometimes like angels will do that, or whoever it is you're working with, you know, especially if you're channeling for somebody or you're reading for somebody. It's they'll throw in these like really weird, like random, like, why would you even say that? You know, like that's how it feels to me anyway. But then people will be like, oh my God, this one time when I was 6 and blah, blah, like, you know what I mean? They know what will trigger a reaction. So then they'll be like, okay, it must be this person, or this must be the truth, because it's confirmation. It's them sending confirmation through me that will spark something in the person that's supposed to be receiving this message. Okay, so it's either saying pay attention, okay, or this is going to be important for you to know, or it's the truth and you can accept it. The skies here, there's not a cloud in the damn sky. Nothing. So it makes me feel like maybe there's just nothing. There's no communication. There's no, you know, seeing each other. There's just nothing. You know, there's nothing. And he's in the desert. Or it would seem that there's nothing. But that's not the case. Because there really is authentic emotions here. Salamanders. It's almost like how you want to hold them or they want to hold you. It's how he's holding that stick. You know, like, look at his hands. His hands are... Like, if it wasn't a stick and if it was a person, it would, you know, be like a pretty intimate scene. So that's the feeling I'm getting for somebody. Either it's you or it's them. Ace of Fire. So more wands for you. The Ace of Fire in like the Rider or the Smith-Waite tarot decks, all the aces are hands, okay? And those hands are usually holding something or giving something. In the Ace of Fire, it would be a wand. So wands are what? Wands are movement. Wands are actions. So this is opportunity. This is things coming your way that, you know, can grow further. Things that are going to grow. We need to be really eyes open when it comes to opportunity. Okay? People, you know, I've met a lot of people like this. Like I've always, for some reason, understood that, you know, you kind of, when you go into a new thing and you start at the bottom, you know, and then you have to work your way up. That's experience, it's knowledge, it's how you learn. You know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and it's unfortunately at the bottom. So it's always been crazy to me that some people will only take things, well, I'm not going to take that job because I'm holding out for a management position. Okay, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you feel like you want to do, that's fine. But what if you were to take that job because that job could lead you to another job, which could lead you to another job? Maybe it'll lead you to 6 more jobs. The point is, it could lead you to where you need to be eventually. Okay? The thing you are presented with or being presented with, because that's what they do. These aces, they show up to show you, hey, look at what's being brought to you. Look what's being given to you. Okay? You need to be really aware that sometimes the blessings we get don't look like the blessings we think we should be getting, okay? Because they're packaged differently. They might, instead of having us go like this, they might have us go like this, you know, and you might do crazy. I did this one thing recently. I did a modeling thing, and I had, a couple years ago, I had done this, and it was like, it was a bad gig. Like, it was a bad gig, you know, and like one of the models even left. But I did, and I stayed, and I had gotten a really beautiful dress from it. You know, they'll give you things, and I got to pick whatever I wanted. And I picked this beautiful dress, and I remember thinking to myself, when the hell am I ever going to wear this? And it was years ago. Okay, so I put it in the closet, forgot about it. I just got another job. I'll need that dress. Things happen like that. I remember thinking to myself, that was the stupidest friggin' thing I've ever done. I don't know why I even took that job. What was I thinking? But come years later, I needed that job, that dress, that job to get this new job. Okay, and I know that job's going to lead me to another job. And that job's going to lead me to another job. That's how things work. Okay, even if you don't see it now. So be really aware of the opportunities that are around you, no matter how they're packaged. You don't need to worry. You know, I feel like a lot of the people who are, you know, coming to these things are a lot more in tune with themselves than they know. I think they just need more confirmation. You really, there are so many opportunities on their way. Okay, don't not take them. Now, right now, retrograde, you know, so it's, people are going to say, oh, don't do anything. Look, if something comes and it's a good opportunity, take it, you know, because all it means is maybe just communication is going to get messed up. Maybe certain things, it doesn't mean the whole thing is going to fall through, okay? All it means, hold on a second. Sorry, she was wondering when I'm going to be done. All it means is that there's an opportunity ahead of you, okay? You really don't need to worry. If you don't take them, there's a lesson. There's something you can learn. You know, this isn't right or wrong. It's learning. But there is something very exciting coming, okay? And, you know, for some of you, it could have been romantic. For some of you, you know, it could be this, like a job, or like you had your eye on like a career, or maybe you've been waiting, you know, to make a partner in a firm, or like something, you know, you've really had your eye on something, okay? There's going to be an opportunity soon for you. You know, there's a lot that goes on, and a lot of us really aren't even aware of it. If you knew how much is going on, like behind the scenes, how much your team and your angels and your spirits, whatever you want to call them, how much they're helping you, how much they're fighting for you, you would never worry ever again. Okay? I mean, well, I shouldn't say ever again. Yeah, you're probably going to worry, but you really, everything is being worked on. You are surrounded with so many different things. Anytime you need help, he's the man. Archangel Michael. He really is. Imagine yourself bathed in blue light. Imagine, you can imagine him helping you cut all the cords to anything that no longer serves you. You know, think of like a, you're showing me a hot air balloon, okay? Like, you ever see a hot air balloon and like on the ground, it's got like all the little heavy sack things hanging on them? It's like cutting them. Every time you do like one of those cord cutting exercises, or like whatever you want to call it, it cuts it back. So eventually, if you cut enough bags off, you're going to get a lot lighter. All right, that's what you're kind of doing when you do these things with him. He's the one you want on your side for speaking your truth, for protection, for power. You know, he's my man. If I need to feel like pumped up and, you know, like I could kick some ass, that's who's going to be walking by me. You know, and I know like Michael, Raphael, these are like seem to be really very the popular angels. You know, you can actually just meditate and open yourself up to meeting an angel and working with them. Like you can do that. You can do anything you want. You don't have to work with Michael. It's great to work with him, but there are other angels you can work with too. You just got to get quiet and listen. That's all it is. You know, what I'm doing is not something other people can't do. You know, you just have to be able to get quiet enough. You know, stop talking as much and listen a little bit, and you could do it. You can. Anybody can. And the angels would love it. Like I've talked to them about that. Like, I can't even imagine like doing all this stuff and like nobody ever saying thank you. Nobody ever even knowing. Sometimes people go through a whole life not ever thinking, maybe there's somebody helping me. Like, that, I'm sorry, it sounds crappy. You know, I thank my team every day. Every single day I thank my team. Because I know that they're going before me and they're clearing a path for me. I don't need to worry about nothing. You know, for those of you who are really having a hard time letting go of things not meant for you, Archangel Michael's your guide. He can help you with that. He can help cut out all sorts of things from your life. Angels, too, the one thing I love about angels is they're, I don't know if it's, maybe it's easier. But, like, for me anyway, it's a lot stronger. I can feel them, you know, than like a ghost or, you know, whatever. But they want, so if you were to get real still, you know, and just kind of just be really still and then ask for them, ask them, you know, touch me. Sometimes they'll touch you on the head, my back a lot, like where, like if I had wings, like where they would be, like right there. That'll start tingling. Sometimes you'll feel them on your arms. But the point is, if you're being quiet, you can recognize this stuff. But only if you're being quiet enough. You know, it's sometimes it's not even about being like, shh, quiet. I mean, like, quiet, like peaceful. You know, just at ease. Because I'm usually talking. You know, so I mean, they don't wait to let me know they're here. Like they'll let me know. So, but I might be like able to recognize it more. But you'll get to a point after you like learn how they feel, and like it'll start out, you know, you'll feel like it's just like electricity or like a fuzzy, you know, so warm fuzzies. Okay, feel for any of that. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else. They said keep watching for growth. See, I'm looking at that. Keep watching for growth. Sometimes, you know, it's really hard to see how much you're growing mid-grow, you know, so if you were to go back and look, you know, then you could see progress after like a period of time. Stay focused on growth. Something is, it's an opportunity, like it's like a big opportunity. All right, I don't know why I even connected this. Well, I was supposed to, I guess, that's why. His hat, speaking of angels, Raphael. So, you know, some of you, this opportunity could eventually even lead you to a twin flame. Wow. I should have known it. It was twin flamey back here. Awfully twin flamey. Raphael, green. Instead of blue, green. They just have green light. Also in my bed. Love him too. guess that's it. I hope this was able to help somebody. I hope something resonated with you. If not, try one of the other ones. Who knows? Divine Destiny 1111. Be my friend on Instagram. If you need a reading, a spell, or some kind of little trinket, I'm sure I have it on my website, divinedestinytarot.com. Go and check it out. I just made little mojo bags, and they're super cute. I think that's it. I want to thank everyone who's been subscribing and commenting. I'm going to get to replying to them, I promise. But I do love reading them. I usually do read them pretty quickly. I just don't respond as quick. Okay. I will, though. So thank you. Please keep doing that. I really do love getting to know everyone and hearing everyone's stories and how this fits into their lives, you know. So very good. Hope everyone has a good day. I'll see you in the next pile. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So, I am shaking. Is somebody else shaking? What are you cold? Are you excited? What's going on? I don't know. Why are you shaking? Wow. Put a sweater on. What's going on? Okay. Okay. This one, out of the 3, this is probably like the heaviest one. Pile number 3. What's going on? They want me to read almost like, I have to read these together first, and then I can separate them, I guess. In the first pile, I also had an extra card come out through them, and that's, I had to read it together. So I'm getting a lot of joint messages today. 3 of Air is to get a picture in your mind of what the 3 of Air is. It'd be 3 of Swords in the Rider Tarot, which would be this kind of tarot, okay? Or Smith, or whatever you use. It's the picture of a heart and it has all the swords stabbed in it, you know? And a lot of people, when they see that, they're kind of like, you know, and yeah, it's not like, you know, the best card, but it's not always he's cheating, you know, and it's not always, you know, heartbreak. I mean, it can be, it sometimes usually is, but it doesn't always have to be. Swords can be thoughts, ideas, just anything, you know, very mental. Okay, so someone right now, I think, is making their heart hurt because of what they're thinking. You know, this is not, I don't feel for some it's even anything realistic. It's like you're making yourself feel this way. Like you're on purpose stabbing these hearts in. Or thinking of these things that you know it's going to bother you thinking about it. I mean, I can understand it, and it's because when you think and when you feel, you get that feeling. And it's something about that feeling that you know what I mean, that feeling? And it's almost like that's so comfortable to you that it's good. You know, I get this. It's, you know, it's how I know what it feels like. Obviously, I've been there. You're so used to, I think, and this might not even be the case. It could just be, you know, mentally, you're so used to doing this that it's actually comforting you hurting yourself. Okay, we need to train ourselves. We need to retrain our brains, all right, to look at situations differently. Like I said, some of this isn't even realistic. Some of this you're like you're imagining is like not even the case. Okay. I heard look for proof. But again, I've lived in this energy. Don't look for proof too much. Because you don't want to then, that'll cause you to overthink as well. Okay? I know that. I know, once you go in a certain situation, then, it's like a snowball. You're just going to think, and then, you're crying and whoops. Oopsie. It's good to cry though. Because that obviously is showing you there are things that aren't resolved yet. So it really is, the Three of Air sucks, but it's great because if you're trying to do a lot of spiritual healing or advancing, it really is the quickest way to see where you need to work. Not the easiest, but probably the quickest. Again, forgiveness. And this has been for a lot of signs. This is, so you guys are all in good company, with needing to forgive, needing not only yourself, but others, this forgiveness. And I keep hearing that too in like a lot of, of the collectives that I watch and stuff. It's like, it seems to be a really big thing right now. But to forgive, you really do need to have accountability, for yourself, for other people. You have to be very honest. I feel like somebody, something didn't turn out the way they thought it would. Like maybe you had thought that something would happen a certain way and it didn't. Okay, so I feel like now you were kind of like back at this where you're like, well, back to the drawing board, I guess. What can I do now? Might have the world in your hands, but you're bored. Huh. And it started out like different. Like it's the first scenario I had gotten it was like you really had put a lot of energy and thought into something that you thought was going to happen this way. And they're making that very clear that it's this way. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's not happening this way. Okay? We need to give up that control. We need to give up the idea that we can control these things. Because you're just going to keep shoving swords in your heart. You have to, and I know it's like, it's such, I always hated hearing, just let go. Just let go. Bitch, what am I letting go of? How do you do that though? Like nobody like lets you know how, it's like, it sounds good. It sounds great. It sounds like spiritual as fuck when you say it, right? Just let go. Just let go. Sounds great. How do you do it? Right? What worked for me, it's almost like they used to have like a, I don't know if it was like I guess an experiment, with dogs, and they had a lot of experiments around this time, which were absolutely horrible. Just the things they did to animals were like, I think I had looked up, they had put a phone in a monkey. Google it. I think it was a monkey. It was disgusting. Anyway, that's actually how they got the idea for cochlear implants, was because they spliced a phone and a monkey together. It was disgusting. Don't look at it, actually. Don't Google it. Anyway, hold on. Hold on one second. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to Google it if you don't. The pictures are kind of gross. Anyway, let me know if it was a monkey. I'm not sure. I know it was some kind of animal. It might have been a dog, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, I was getting to, there was an experiment where they they got dogs used to hearing certain sounds and like train them, you know. So it was like a trigger, you know. So when you have a trigger or a thought, okay, something else is like substituted, okay. So it almost like unconsciously has something happen. She is still yelling. Hold on. She's yelling at somebody. I mean, I'm not, it's probably her brother, but. Okay. But anyway, what they did is, oh my God. Okay. Basically what it is, it's like you're creating something to take its place. And once it triggers, it like takes over. But it doesn't happen automatically, obviously. So something you have to like keep training yourself to do. So over and over again, something triggers you. You could go to saying a mantra. You could go to doing an affirmation. You could go to sending a prayer out, you know. And the more you notice yourself having this trigger and then pulling yourself back to this, doing it, and this is it's going to take a while. It's not going to be like instantly. After this process of doing that, it's going to get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then all you're really going to be left with is how you're dealing with it. You know what I mean? Like, so things aren't going to go away. It doesn't work like that. Things will always, you know, but then your response will be so ingrained in you so quick. You're not going to respond from, you know, depression or like from a lower vibrational standpoint. You're going to you're not going to react that way. You know, you're going to be able to have composure, and you're going to be able to conduct things in a very healthy way mentally. Anytime you're wanting to break a habit, they say you need to replace it with another one. The issue here is trying to find a good habit to replace a bad one. If you're, say you broke up with somebody and you're, you know, or you guys thought you'd be together with them by now and you're not, and, you know, every time you start notice yourself going down that rabbit hole, stop yourself and remind yourself that you're really not in control of any of this. We like to think we are, and we can create our own realities, true, but ultimately there are things that we have to do when we come here, okay? We have free will, but we also have things we have to do, right? And this is going to be something that'll help you on your journey forward. I had to, and I didn't really stick, I think, with any one thing. You know, it's really however I'm feeling. If I need to say a mantra, then do that. So I don't really, it's not just one thing that I do. I'll do whatever I feel like usual. Okay, they're laughing. I heard screaming and I'm like, they're playing. Now I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Hold on, I'll think of it. Here, let me just go. I'll just go back and see. Because I like totally, they're probably like, you can stop talking. Oh, well, that's what I was talking about, the affirmations and stuff. Very spacey. I don't know if it's like what's going on. Like everyone will just blame it on a retrograde or something. But very like, it's weird. But sometimes like they'll do that, like make my mind blank, so I can't like say anything. I'll be like, I got nothing. If you were, for this scenario, let's getting back to that. For that scenario, if you were to notice yourself doing it and go, I surrender to Divine's plan for me. Super simple. Say it. I usually like to say things 3 times. I don't know. Just a thing I do. I've always done it. I'm like weird about numbers. So I do like quirky, weird stuff. just how I am. You know, and then I'll usually say something like an affirmation. So it is, so mote it be, whatever you want to say. To like, I don't know, I feel like I'm sealing the deal, kind of sweeten it up a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, do that. Okay. Then say it as many times as you want. Okay, and you'll learn that it'll kind of like, okay, I don't really have control. It's not happening now. Happen later maybe, or I'll find something better. Right? Nothing you can worry about. You don't need to. And totally in love with your last card you got. You got music. Love music. Music is therapy. Honestly, that's some of the best therapy I've ever had, is driving in my car listening to music by myself. You know, I've been in counseling plenty of times, believe me. This is the best counseling as far as I'm concerned. This is money well spent buying music. Like nothing against, you know, counselors or psychologists or anything. I think they're great. You know, just saying. We all have our own way of dealing with things. Some people like to talk to people. Some people, you know, do other things. So, like, I hope you guys know that, like, that's how I can feel these things, is because I felt them before. That's how I'm able to recognize it. It's because I've been through these feelings so much. You know, that's how a lot of these readers are, you know, tarot readers, that, you know, especially the intuitive ones. It's, you know, we've had to feel these feelings so many times throughout our lives, so we know exactly what that feeling is. So when you say it feels like, this is because we felt it, you know. So this is stuff that, you know I've been through, other people have been through, and that's why it's so important, I think, that people kind of share their stories and stuff in the comments, because it really does, I think, help people understand they're not the only one feeling like this. They're not the only one who's ever been through this. They're not the only one currently going through this. You know, it's something that is very encouraging. Music is very important for somebody, like, very important. And I would not be surprised if my sister picked this pile. Dana, if you pick this pile, you have to comment below. You have to. Because she's an earth sign. She always listens to my pick card. So if this is the one you picked, I want to hear about it. Because she absolutely loves music too. That's something we share. We both have, like, an incredible collection of different kinds of music. And our music, like, will range from, her collection's even more extensive than mine. Like, seriously, she's amazing with her music. Classical to Broadway plays to weird European, like, crazy disco music. Like, she understands, you know, very eclectic. There's really nothing I won't listen to. Unless it's, like, super degrading or, like, not motivating. You know what I mean? Like, just very... Like, if I want to, like, slit my wrist or something after, I don't know if I'm going to want to listen to it. I know that feeling, too. So, yeah. This is, everybody has been through a lot, you know, and that's what makes everyone who they are. So no matter if you know, they want me to point out, ouch, ow. They want me to point out that even though a number 2 seems like, or at least it does to me, it seems low on the totem pole. You know, like you're just starting out. In the tarot, it's like a progression. You know what I mean? And if you were to lay them side by side, I know I've explained this before. Lay them side by side and they create a story, like a linear story. And in like with the wands, like if you were to get a 2, like, yeah, you kind of got the gift of the movement, you got the opportunity handed to you. This is when the hard work starts. This is when like the planning and, you know, you're trying to see what you want to do, how you want to handle it. There are times when the rug is completely pulled out from underneath us. It happens. But sometimes that's the best thing that could ever happen, because it allows you to get back to a place where you can start over. And that's scary, but it's really wonderful, because you can create anything you want. You know, in certain situations, maybe you were limited. Maybe you were limited because of the people who were around you, because of the relationships you were in. Now you have freedom. You know, there are different ways of looking at things. And I think if you were to take a step back and really look at things differently, you know, and realize that these are things that, you know, everyone goes through, everyone feels these things, everyone thinks things, you know, and that's okay. It's okay to feel like everything is ruined in your life, you know. It's okay. It's okay to feel sad. That's okay. You know, I feel like music and people close to you will be of major importance. I think it's going to help a lot. Oh, if a young person, I don't know, I can't say you shouldn't be here. I was doing tarot at 12, so young person may be interested in music. If that's the case and you're watching, you can create anything. You can create your entire reality based on a dream you have. Everything. Everything you want, you can have. No matter what it looks like now. You will have the right people. You will be in the right place. It'll be the right time. If there is a dream in you and you cultivate it and you want it, you'll get it. Okay? What happens is people give up. People don't want to keep going. People don't think it'll happen, you know? But it will. The difference between the people it happens for and the people it doesn't happen for is that they don't give up. They don't stop until they get it. And if it really is something that's meant to be, and it's a dream, and it's what you came here for, it'll happen. It'll happen because you're doing it. So, forever who is, you know, younger, I don't know how young, but they said younger, so I'll be 32 next month. So, younger than that. Somebody's going through something, and that's fine. You can start over. You know, I've been the lowest of the low. I've been like, you believe me, I've been through plenty of shit. But what's great about that is it builds you back up stronger. Okay? You just keep getting stronger and stronger. Some of you just need to really loosen your grip on how you think everything's supposed to turn out. You know, we get down here and we seem to think that, you know, we know better and we know what's best for us. And, you know, sometimes if you're very in tune with yourself, yeah, you do know what's best for you. Not sometimes, all the time if you're high vibrational. But a lot of the times, you know, we're clouded by other things, judgments or other people or scenarios or, you know what I mean, our own minds. So don't let that get you down. Things will happen when they're supposed to. And it's not easy. It's like that, you know, let go thing. It's like, yeah, it sounds great. Things will get easier. Everything happens for a reason, right? Sounds great. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help when you're in it. You know, anybody who tells you that, you know, kind of like, I don't know, at least I always felt like dick move, you know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And for those people that really, you know, they do understand that it really is like that, things do happen for a reason, you know, it's, when you're not in that, it can seem like, thanks for that meme you just gave me. So I get it. You know, I get both ends of it. I feel like this is going on a lot longer than I wanted it to. I feel like someone is torn between their head and their heart, but favoring one. There's two sticks, but he has one hand on one, okay? And he's got the world. He's like, yeah, but I still got other stuff to do. But he's favoring one, okay? It's like this guy has this one. See, it's like shackled to the wall, and he's got his back to it. Like, he knows that wand's going to be there when he turns around. Mm-hmm. Yet he's holding on to that one and giving it the world, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. And the other one's back there just by itself. Yep. Mm-hmm. Go with your heart. Always go with your heart. You know, at least if you go with your heart, you'll never really deceive yourself. You know, it might like screw things up with other people, but you'll know you were honest. And it'll be a decision you can look back and say, you know what? At the time, I really wanted to. I really love them. I really, whatever you're doing. You know, that's, it's like he wants experiences. He wants to do everything, you know? But I really do think that, and maybe that's why some of you are upset. Maybe you figured like you'd be doing more by now, you know? I get that. It happens. You know, everybody, especially people, and I've noticed this like along people who really have a lot of drive and they want to do a lot. You know, they want to accomplish a lot. They never seem to feel like they've done enough. Keep chasing your dreams, really. Just because you haven't gotten there yet, and it seems like you're really at the beginning of the journey because it's only a 2. Just keep going. You know, because you're going to get to a part where you've done so much that there's no place left to go but down and collect all your abundance from it. You know, if you're doing things with good intentions, lovingly, you're set. All right. I went way over. This reading was like so all over the place. I tried like hell sometimes. I kept forgetting. It's weird. Usually doesn't happen. So I'm hoping somebody got some kind of message from that. I think that's it. Divine Destiny 1111. Be my friend on Instagram. If you want a reading, you can go to divinedestinytarot.com and get a reading there. I also put on Mojo bags, so they're cute little spell bags. Check them out; they're really adorable. I think that's it. Yeah. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Oh, my nose. I don't know. My nose is all of a sudden really itchy. Sometimes that means like I'm gonna hear slide. I didn't know. So, all right. Have a good day. Bye.